I'm here to present Assembly Bill 2108, which creates a statewide diversion option for low-level, nonviolent retail theft so offenders are held accountable without being pushed deeper into the justice system. I appreciate the chair and the committee working with me on this bill, and I do accept the committee amendments, as we have previously discussed. The amendments make it clear that this policy only applies to low-level theft crimes, no felonies, and codifies case law. Prop 36 promised voters a balanced approach to crime by creating a blend of rehabilitative opportunities and accountability, which is what diversion is. And while we have diversion programs for drugs and mental health, we do not have the same for crimes of necessity led by poverty. Assembly Bill 2108 creates pathways into the workforce, whether it's vocational or apprenticeship programs to help lift individuals out of poverty and curb retail theft. So let me be clear. This bill excludes any theft that involves violence or threatened violence, organized retail theft offenses, and habitual repeat theft offenders. Furthermore, it ensures judges retain the discretion to evaluate a defendant's suitability for diversion based on the actual case. Contrary to what folks are saying, this bill is not anti-Prop 36, but instead, as previously stated, builds on the proposition's promise of consequences and treatment. Without this bill, folks who are in poverty who are convicted of theft crimes are left with no treatment options. Further, this bill is supported by the very victims themselves, the Retailers Association, who acknowledge that this is a way to reduce theft crimes. Retailers are the ones that suffer when diversion or incarceration fails, and they have chosen to support Assembly Bill 2108. 2108 diverts appropriate retail theft cases while also including guidance for courts to consider available workforce development programming or job training as a component of the defendant's diversion. Granting folks the opportunity to gain a new skill set, which will allow for gainful employment, is essential to thriving in this state, but also this entire country. This is about giving access to those in need and curtailing things before things can actually get worse, meaning catching people early. This is the time for this bill. The time for this bill was actually here and now. So let me remind you of things that we continue to talk about. We have spent a lot of time highlighting the harm done by H.R. 1 cuts. These cuts will push thousands of Californians into poverty, further increasing the necessity of securing basic resources. What do we think will happen when 562,000 Californians lose their food assistance, valued at approximately $6 a day? How will the 1 million Californians kicked off of Medicare secure their medication and other medical supplies? And where will families find the resources to care for their senior family members who stand to lose over $1 billion in funding out of the May revise? Deprivation of resources breeds desperation, and desperation breeds necessity. If these people they're actually caught up in the retail theft due to poverty and the necessity to move forward, are they less deserving of diversion opportunity and treatment than those experiencing addiction and mental health challenges? I think not. Or should our justice system lift up equity and compassion, access to off-ramps as promised within Prop 36?